You're going to want to stay tuned for this healthy dog treat recipe. Beef, parsley, and ginger. So mouth-watering, even a well-behaved dog just might knock it out of your hands. So stay tuned. Up next, we're going to make a healthy dog treat. Beef and ginger, so stay tuned. So when I'm creating Dexter's treats, I'm always looking for foods that are going to benefit him. We're starting with 1 pound of organic beef. It's 90% lean, so that'll be a good option for Mr. Dexter. And my goal is to hopefully be able to make these small enough that we can use them for training treats. Because they are going to be a baked treat, we're not going to be able to put them in our pocket, but we can set them in a jar if we're working on training lessons at home, or if you are using a dog training treat bag, you can probably pop them into the treat bag as well. For Dexter, I will probably end up using some of these for Dexter's nightly yappy hours that I put in his rubber toys that I freeze at night. So I have my 1 pound. It came out of the container. I want to go ahead and mix it up a little bit so that it's going to be easier to mix together. To this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of finely chopped parsley. Parsley is a good antioxidant. It's also antibacterial, so that'll be not only tasty and freshening, but healthy as well. So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate that into the meat. Next, I have 1 tablespoon of freshly ground ginger. Ginger is very anti-inflammatory, which is good for his old man joints. It also helps settle the stomach. So we'll mix that in. And it smells very tasty. Now, Dexter loves spicy food. He loves his raw radishes. Ginger's a little on the spicy side. So 1 tablespoon should be just fine in 1 pound of meat. But if your dog's a little fussy, or, you might want to consider maybe cutting it in half and giving it a test run. But again, 1 tablespoon into 1 pound isn't a whole lot. So next I'm going to go ahead and put 3 chicken eggs inside. Chicken eggs hopefully is going to act as my binder during this recipe, but it's also full of protein and vitamins. And now Dexter is at my side because he loves his eggies, both cooked and raw. So we're going to want to combine that, break those yolks up. I'm getting some snorting going on now. What do we say? Snorting, Norton. I'm mixing this by hand, but you can certainly use a blender or a mixer. You can even reach in with your hands and incorporate it. This is going to be pretty eggy, and Dexter likes his eggs. I like giving Dexter eggs. Again, if you recall, for me, I'm a big believer in rotation. So even though Dexter likes eggs and eggs are healthy, he doesn't get eggs every day. He doesn't get beef every day. He won't get these every day. I rotate everything that Dexter gets to help with that balance and not to overdo one thing. You want to really make sure that you incorporate this really well so that hopefully these treats stay together nicely. When people ask me for healthy dog treat recipes, I know that everyone likes to bake. Baking is fun. But baked treats, one, if it has any kind of flour in it, as you'll see, this one does not have any kind of flour, but if it has any kind of flour, it's going to have a ton of more calories, even healthy flours. So like muffins that I've made with organic coconut flour. Healthy, but more calories. I believe organic coconut flour is 440 calories a cup. Some of the flours go up to 600 calories a cup. So again, that's a lot of extra calories. And when you're talking about dog training and you're reinforcing often, as I hope you are, those calories can add up. Where this treat, because it really consists of just meat, couple of herbs. So you can actually count this as part of your dog's daily caloric intake needs. So if I'm doing a lot of training and I'm using this, I can eliminate maybe Dexter's lunch. So I can feel happy and confident that I didn't just fill Dexter up with junky calories. I fill them up with calories that he needs, and I can cut calories somewhere else. This is definitely not a balanced meal, but again, when you're just talking about training and you're using maybe one meal portion or a half a meal portion every once in a while, no problem. All right, so that looks nice. As I'm going to take a glass, and then I'm going to take a piping bag. And if you don't have a piping bag, you can use a large freezer bag. You just want to make sure that it's a thicker type of bag. And I'm going to kind of open that cavity. And we're going to plop it in there. And this just makes it easier to control. You can also, one of the things I've said numerous times now, and darn it, I just placed an order on Amazon and I forgot it, but you can get a jerky gun, and that might work well too. So when I was piping it, I saw that it just didn't want to kind of break off as well in here. Now I know that they make things that you can squeeze and cut and squeeze and cut and squeeze and cut, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to make strips, and I'll be able to break those strips up. Yeah, so more like a piping gun. There we go. I try to make them even. Now I know with strips like this, kind of resembles one of those nasty treats that you'll see. But these are going to be healthy. And when I'm training Dexter, or recommending training, or talking to clients about training, when we are rewarding our dogs, because I want to reward often, I want to use those healthy treats. I want to be able to incorporate nutrition, but I only need the size of a pea. So they only need to have a bite and then move on. So when it kind of got stuck in there, I just squeezed up here. So like right there, it kind of, that meat wants to stick up there. So some of these are a little bit thicker, so that means I really have to watch the cooking time. So Dexter, again, is a raw-fed dog, so technically he could eat this just like this and be just fine. But because I want to carry these around, I do want to get them somewhat cooked and have some form. When I clean up my silicone mold, it's just going to go right into Dexter's lunch. One more for the road. I'm going to take his other mix, and I'm going to put them in little muffins. So I'm going to make my little muffins, and then both pans are going to go into the oven. And now I'm going to go ahead and temperature to 375. So stay tuned, and we'll check out the final product. So we have success. So I did 20 minutes for all of them. They turned out perfect. So perfect that, like the intro video said, Dexter knocked them out of my hand when I was trying to do a photo. That's my monkey for you. So he hasn't even had a taste yet. I don't know if he deserves it. He is the monkey. Let's give him a taste. I don't know, monkey. I don't know. He's like, but please, it's for me. I've been a good boy. So we have one of the little mini muffins, but I'm going to break it in a little bit. Oh, it didn't take him long to eat that. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Alright. So if you think your dog will enjoy this beefy treat, do give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of upcoming videos. And if you want to dive deeper into your dog's behavior, care, and training, do check out our Patreon page. The link is below. Until next time, remember to pause and enjoy life. And we'll see you in the next video. Food's gone. Is it all gone? All gone. See you next time.